textbook
Okay.
yet, but you can go on page 9.
Oh, page 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go on page 9. And the word I have here is angelos. Um, so this double gamma, I said to you, we are going to pronounce as angelos. Um, so we're trying to get the English N in there for angel, so that Greek, well, the Greek pronounces it as angelos. So there's a ng sound, angelos, and that's the masculine form of an angel. However, gentlemen, I've heard of female angels. Did you guys hear of anything? Yes or no? Is there
That's new to me, Prof.
perhaps is there perhaps a thing called Angelia? Yes or no? What's your
May I say,
theology like at
may I
this
say
stage?
no? May I say no, Prof?
What's your answer there, Kosi?
From the limited information, I've never heard of a female
Female.
angel.
Yes, but then if you never heard, why is there a male angel? Why is it masculine there? All right,
Oh,
we
thank you.
know them to have no gender, no male or female. Um, that's how we know them to be, right?
Mm.
Yes, Prof.
Um, and Jesus mentioned it that he said that in the resurrection they neither marry nor divorce, but they are like the angel.
Angels.
So we take it from there that this is a being that is probably not falling under gender. But then Daniel says, the man, Gabriel came to me. I think he said the man in Daniel. Um, Perhaps someone can find that easily. Um, Guys, just give me 3 minutes. Let me just confirm with this lady if I should really get, because if she's going to come on later, she's just going to lose more. She's supposed to have started with us already. Just a second, please. The gamma nasal. These two gammas that you have, the gamma nasal, that's just what they refer to it as, gamma nasal. All right. Let me just get back here. How do I get this thing to normalize again? If I go out of it, then all of you are going to go. Because it is not at a normal, not at its normal state. Okay. Nevertheless, um, I'll have to get out here. Sorry. I have to try something here. Otherwise, we're going to have to do double work here. So if we can get her on now, would be great. Just see. She hasn't come through yet. Okay. I'd like you to repeat this alphabet so that you can practice and know it, because this is going to be your reading. And once you read, you must at least know each letter. You must know that you are reading properly. Your A is it's just a normal A, so to speak. Your B is like a normal B. Your gamma is your third one. That's your gamma, the small letter. But your gamma, this is one of the first ones that are different. Just like a vertical and a horizontal stripe. The fourth one is your delta, right? You know the delta. And with the delta, you do a triangle like that. That is your delta. And you know the delta from school days already. Is your epsilon. And with the epsilon, you make your E, normal E. So I will just mark the ones that are really different compared to our Roman script and so on. The next one is your zeta. The zeta, we have that little twist, as you know, and then we make it a Z, zeta. And the next one is your eta. The eta is just your N that has a longer tail, and that you make H. Remember yesterday we were trying to pronounce this word where Edith helped us there with the name of, I think it's not Jesus, it's Asus, and Asaias. Asaias. So the emphasis was on the diaresis to show how it should be pronounced, that you're not going to say Asaias, Asaias. That's what it is. All right, so the H, this eta is also different. Next one is your theta. Theta, and with the theta, we have just a wider one for the capital, just a little wider with the stripe across. And with that stripe, we really have two lines down. All right, that's your theta. To me, the theta is also different, but it's not in our alphabet. So we're showing the differences of the ones in our alphabet. All right, the next one is your iota. Your iota is just the I, but if you do it, it's a normal capital, normal I capital, all right? And then we go with the kappa. Kappa, you have like a small K, but you have the K as a capital, but a small capital. The other one will be a big capital in Greek. Then you have your lambda, just a cross like that, and a line down. You can actually twist it a little too. And in Greek, you are going to make it up and down. That's all. So here you have another one that's different from our L. The next one is your M. M is just a line down, and it's like a U, but with a longer tail. It's a upside down H. Can one say that? You had to turn that thing around. Would it be a H? Yes. Right?
Yes, Prof.
Okay, so
No, it would be
say no.
Merview. wouldn't be
Okay, let's see.
no, it wouldn't be the arch would be the other way around.
Like this?
So it's like a mirror view.
So is this what it will look like? This way? Or will it be this way? I mean, if you
Yes,
now
that's what it will look like.
twist it around. Which one?
It's
If you bend
the
it-
one that's
bend it
the wrong
over.
way around.
The second,
This one.
the second one, bro.
Yeah. If you flip it over, it'll be a proper H. But no.
Depend on
Okay.
if you are flipping to the right or you are flipping. But if you are flipping it to the right, it will be the second one, bro.
Should be the second one.
Yes.
Okay, irrespective. So you are just going to do no flipping here. You are just going to make this M as it is, right? Yeah, I just wanted to know if I have to tell you what it is, it's like more like an H that's upside down. Okay, so that is your M, and your M is your capital, normal capital M. Right. Then you go for your N. The N is just a V. And that V is your capital N. Next is your Xi. The Xi you know how to make the Xi. Almost like an E. Right? You see the Xi? The Xi is very strange. It's basically 3 lines. 1, 2. And the third one is smaller. It's inside. You can actually just let it get some hooks here on the side, top and bottom. You know, just a hook there. And that's your Xi, the capital Xi. Like axiom, axiom, axiom. All right. The next one we have is the Omicron. So the Omicron is just your simple O, and obviously capital is the O. So then you have your P, 2 stripes with a little bit of a twist, perhaps here at the end, give that foot to it. Yeah. All right, that's your P. And that you are going to make the same, but bigger, 2 lines. And with the 2 lines, perhaps a little bit more spaced, I think. You're going to make it 2 lines, 1, the other one spaced, then 1 across. All right. It's not too long here on the sides. All right, that's your P. Then you have your R, which is your, looks like a P, but you're going to have the same, but with a capital. Then you got your sigma, 2 sigmas, as you know. The one is the ending, the one is the initial and medial. And then this one looks like that satanic sign. I don't know why. Like, oh, why would I say satanic? I think it's because I saw in one, perhaps on the manuscript, where Satan is written like this. Okay, T. T is a little horizontal, the horizontal line, but our T goes across, as you know. This one doesn't. So it stops there on that line. Just on that line, not beyond the line. Ours would go like beyond, you know, like that. So this one doesn't go beyond. So that's your T. And with that T, you make a capital T. That's so. Where did we have another difference? It's the lambda, and then it's the xi. The xi. You know, the xi and the we don't have a xi in ours in any case. So we basically have the gamma and the lambda and the delta. The delta is also different because this D almost looks like our D. The eta is different. Let's just mark the theta as different too. And even though it's not part of ours, and then we have the xi as different because we don't have a xi. And we also have the S as different. It's very close. You know, just ours is rounded. And then you have the upsilon. Here's our U. And this upsilon is bigger with sounds more like a 3. More like a 3. And that is your upsilon. So this one is also different from our U. Then you have your phi, the line through. But here you have it a little wider, like your theta, and you have your line through it, but you also have just 2 edges there. All right. Then you have your key. That is that little X, almost like a S, and then the other one comes straight. And then ours would just be like that. So the capital is fine. That is not different. And then we just have 2 more. We have the C, small one, and we
Prof, sorry.
through.
Sorry.
Yes.
How do you pronounce that one again? Before is it key? The X, the
Key, yeah, key.
Key. Okay, key.
Key, yeah.
CH.
Yes, that's right. And then you have this bigger one. Make it a little bit more bold on the sides. And then, sorry, let me just put this. And then you have, this one stands almost like a candle. Bring it through, almost like a stand. That is your C. And then the last one, you have your omega. And that is your omega. And you are just going to give 1 foot, take it round, and give it another foot. All right. So now I want someone to pronounce all these for me. Someone who is not afraid to learn.
Can I try?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. I'm on the floor.
Sorry. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Alpha.
Now, this is out of your head. This is out of your head and not from the book, right?
Not from the book.
Okay. Great.
Okay. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta.
That's more, a little heavier. Zeta. With a D in front. Give it a little bit of a D.
Yeah, zeta.
Yeah, like a D.
Zeta.
Z.
Okay, shall I continue?
Just a moment.
All right.
Pronounce this word for me.
Zeta.
E-Z-A-Y. And then T-A. Sorry, I'm writing here with my mouse. Okay?
Zeta.
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 That's
zeta.
Yeah.
And then
Zeta.
Very good.
eta
Yes.
and theta,
Yes.
and you have all right. Then we have iota,
Iota. Yes.
kappa,
Good.
lambda,
Hmm?
lambda,
Yes.
and we've got sigma.
Where is this sigma?
No.
Oh,
the
kappa.
lambda.
Sorry, I missed kappa.
Okay.
I missed kappa,
Yeah.
lambda,
Yes.
and then sigma.
Where is
No.
sigma? I think you
No.
jumped. Your eye jumped. We call that
More.
eye skipping. We call that. There's a word for that. Okay. Never mind. It was a skipping of the eye.
Yeah, oversight.
Yeah. So
No, what is this one? This one is
More.
okay. We have mu,
yeah, kappa, then lambda, then mu.
More. Lu. Z.
okay, and then we have from mu, then we come to nu,
Yes.
nu, and we have c. Is that correct? C.
That nu, that's xi. Xi.
C.
I will write it. It is xi. Xi.
Okay. C.
Omicron.
Okay, C.
Okay.
Then
C.
yeah, C. C. All right. Then we move to Omicron.
Yes.
We have P.
Beta.
So far, so good.
P. We have low,
They have what?
and then we have this one is P, real,
Yes.
and sigma.
Ro.
Okay, this one is raw.
Raw.
Almost like raw. You know,
Yeah.
it's raw
raw.
meat.
Ma.
Yeah. Raw.
Yeah. Raw.
Oh, thank you for
Raw.
that.
Okay.
Raw.
But more pronounced as R-H-O. Raw.
Raw.
Yes.
Raw. Then we've got sigma.
More the S sound must come out. Like a snake.
Yeah.
Sigma. Sigma.
Sigma.
Sigma.
Good.
Sigma. We have tau
Good.
with upsilon.
Upsilon.
Upsilon. Upsilon.
Oh, this is
Upsilon.
tau.
That's right.
Upsilon.
Upsilon. And we have phi.
Yes.
Beta.
We have chi.
All right.
We have s. We have t.
C.
Si. Spi.
Prof, can you also write next to the C?
Colin is laughing. And then this is right. Okay. And then my last word is omega.
Omega. Okay. Omega.
Well done, Kwame.
Prof,
Well done.
is it 6/10 or how many? 7/10?
I'll give you 8.
8.
Yeah.
I passed my test.
All right. Good, man. Well done.
Thank you.
This is iota. E. O.
Oh,
Ah.
iota. Kappa.
Iota. All right.
Mu.
And this is the theta.
Okay.
Theta, right? And this is the eta.
Oh,
Eight.
eta.
Theta.
Eta.
Right. And then your epsilon, and your gamma, your beta. Yeah. Those are the major ones. Right. Okay, fine. We through with this. Well done. Anyone wants to try and just do it in 1 minute, just like A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I? Anyone else that want to try now?
I'll try, Prof.
Okay.
Right. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, iota,
So you jump sigma, then
Upsilon.
oh, ta, ta,
T,
ta, ta,
tau, tau.
ta, upsilon, p, chi,
C, omega.
psi, and
So
omega.
this one is here phi,
Oh, phi.
phi. Yes, the one with the circle and the stripe is an O with a stripe through it.
C.
This one,
T.
phi, right?
P. Mm.
Okay. PS for phi,
PHI.
as in pronunciation is P for phi, Prof. Oh,
Yeah.
class. P
P.
for phi or is P for
P.
I'm speaking of this one here.
yes, Prof.
What
Is
is
it
out?
P for phi?
It's phi, like physics. Study physics,
I
physical.
wanted clarity there. Thank you, Prof.
All right.
I wanted for clarity there.
Okay, good.
Phi.
And then this X here, the X is between the sound of a K, where you have key, but it's a K and a H sound. You know,
I
like
wanted to ask that, sir. I wanted to ask that. Is it key or key?
it's between a K sound and a H sound. Key.
No, it's a key.
Yeah.
Key.
I think in Tswana they have the G. They
Yes,
have
yes.
a
In
H
Tswana, they
sound.
have yes.
But it's not entirely H. There's also K between the two. Key. Like Bach.
Gaborone. Gaborone.
Gaborone, yeah, but just a little bit more, also toward the K sound. Gaborone.
Carboron.
If you understand what I'm saying. Okay.
Carboron.
Okay, good. And then
Like Kalakadi. Kalakadi is
Kalakali Mountain.
the desert and nature reserve.
Oh, okay. That's another one. Yes. Good. It's more like a KH. Okay. Next one. The last one. The last letter. Sorry.
It's C and omega.
Okay. Very good. I think you just had one that you had to work on. Otherwise, they're all right. This one here. Just do it again.
Theta.
No, a little heavy. You see, there's a D in front.
Z.
Theta.
Yeah.
Z.
Zeta.
Theta.
Zeta.
Prof, can you write tau next to T?
Okay.
The one on T so that we tau.
Tau.
Tau. I think Tau is the if I'm not mistaken, let me see, is Tau the only one that is the same as in Hebrew? I think the Tau.
Like in talk.
Eh?
They say the tau like in talk.
Yeah, you're going to Tau. So the Tau, it sounds more like Chinese to me.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's the only one that is the same in Hebrew where they have the Tau as well. Okay, guys, well done. So now let's just move a few things here that is important for us. Number one, we need to know if you write the word, say I want to write the name, or let me say, okay, I'm just going to say apos. No, that's wrong, right? Wrong S. Apostolos. After apostolos, so if I had to write a sentence, and here's my sentence going, and I'm writing something in Greek, and I say kai, that means and I say apostolos, apostolos. I'm so used to putting in that wrong S. Right? Then after that, I want to make a comma. There's my comma, that the way we write it. This is a comma. This in Greek is the same when you use the comma. When I write again and I say kai apostolos, and I want to make it the full stop. So this is now your full stop. Then I am going to put down a full stop. This is the same. So the comma is the same, the full stop is the same. But if I'm now going to write and I come and I say kai apostolos, and I want to have that little break with a semicolon. You know, we have the semicolon. You know what's a semicolon, right? It's that little dot with a comma. In Greek, you're not going to have a semicolon, but you are going to have a dot just right there on top. The full stop is at the bottom. The semicolon is on top. Got that? Now there you see the first two, they are the same. But this one is not the same. That's your semicolon. Semicolon. Right. Then I've got the last one and I say, and I'm writing my sentence and I have kai apostolos. And now I'm coming to a question mark. Now I have the one here as a question mark. Question mark. Question mark is also not the same. This is your question mark. So you have two the same and two not the same. Your semicolon is a full stop that's in the air. And your question mark is a semicolon. Got that? So we have four in Greek. This is the way we write it. We have comma, we have a full stop, we have a semicolon, and we have, let me take it according to that order. This one is on the line. And this one is above the line. And then the last one is, so we got, sorry, I'm doing the way we do it, right? We have the full stop. Let me just call this Roman. We got the comma. We got the full stop. Then we got the semicolon. And the last one we have as a question mark. So what they have, let's say Greek. They have the comma. They have the full stop. These two are the same. But the next one that we have as a semicolon, they have a line, they got the full stop in the air. I'll just write it here, full stop, as the Americans call a period, full stop in the air. Right, and then the last one, where they have a question mark, where we have a question mark, they have a semicolon. So when you read Greek and you see a semicolon, then you know this is a question mark. Okay, is that clear?
Sir, Prof, yes.
Comma is there, the full stop is the same, but these last two, they are different. Okay. Yeah, if you put that full stop in the full stop, you will see it in Greek. You will see the full stop in the air. Then you know that is a semicolon. There's a little break there. It's not completely finished. It is a sentence on its own, but not totally complete. All right?
Prof, I think I'm lost here. Sorry.
Where are you now?
The full stop.
Find you.
Yes. Are you saying the full stop in the air, and we still have another full stop here?
Yeah,
the two. Please, can you?
Yeah, the Greek has two full stops.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They got our full stop.
Mhm.
This one here.
Okay.
Number two is number one, number two, number three, and number four. So they got this full stop where we have it on the line,
Okay.
But then they have another one. They got a second full stop, but that full stop, the second one, is not a full stop. It's a semicolon. This one.
Oh, so this is Roman and this is Greek.
Yeah, the one is where we write it, and then the other one is the Greek.
Mm.
Any questions on that? If you use a colon, if you use a colon in Greek, the exclamation, no. These are the four that the Greek that they mainly have. So they would have this question mark, and if you want to ask a question, you would just put an exclamation mark. But if you want to put an exclamation mark, then you must put this dot in the air. That's what it is. These are the four major ones.
Oh, that's it. For the semicolon, the dot must be in the air, Prof.
That's correct, yes. When you write a semicolon, you want to write it from your English, and now you're writing it in Greek, then you must put the dot in the air.
That's a semicolon.
Yeah,
Then the dot of the full stop is the same. It is down.
yes, that would be the same. When you finish your sentence, you put your dot there in English. In Greek, you're also going to put it there. If you write a comma in English, you are also going to put a comma in Greek. But when you put a semicolon in English, then you must put a dot in the air in the Greek. And if you have a question in English, in Greek, you will have to put a semicolon, which is not a semicolon. That's actually a question mark to them. You understand? Right. So that's the semicolon is obviously the separation, a degree of separation that is greater than that one that's marked by a comma. You know, when you have a comma, that separates, but the semicolon has a greater separation. It means there's a greater separation between what you are writing and so on.
So, Prof, what we can master is there are two forms, and the comma and the full stop are the same in Greek and in English.
That's right. Yes.
Then the semicolon and the question mark is the one that are different in.
That's correct. That's correct.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay, let's move on. We're almost done. It's already 10 o'clock. And there's just the elision that I wanted to do, because we've done the accents. We said the accents is the acute. We have, what's the other accent again, guys?
Grave and circumflex. Okay?
Second one is the grave. And third one is the circumflex. Okay, so which is the acute? Okay, I'll just write three here. Which one is circumflex?
The second one is
The
acute.
bottom one that's rounded.
The last
Okay,
one.
this one that's rounded.
The
Good,
last one is the circumflex.
good. Which one is the grave?
The first one is grave.
First,
Okay, the first one. Okay, and then obviously the last one is the acute.
Acute.
Right. So those are the three that we got there. But now I think some of you have class now, right?
Yes, yes, Professor.
Okay, go to your class. I was just going to do please remind me, I must do the elision.
I think, is it systematic theology? Hasn't it moved?
Is it not 2 o'clock?
If it was systematic, it
Yes.
has moved.
yeah, we're
Let's do
behind
some other.
Okay,
Say
then-
again.
Systematic was moved.
Systematic theology is at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's not,
Oh, yes.
it's
Oh,
not
yes.
at 9 o'clock anymore. I mean, not at 10 o'clock anymore.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Oh, yes.
And let's just do this quickly. These are not, there's not much to it. One is where you have we did the diaresis, right? This one was the name that we have was, it had a apostrophe, and it had an H, and it had a S, and a and an I, and an A, and an S. So how did we say it? It's not yay. Sorry, I got
Esaias.
confused there with I thought no, it's probably borrowed from the Hebrew because Hebrew has that yay, a yod sound. But this would be, as Edith showed us, it's a sound. This is an eta. In
Eta.
other words, if we had to write it in small letters, it would have been like this. And if you write it like that, you won't say yay, but it would be a. All right, so it would be a sayas. But what was our discussion yesterday on the diaresis? What is a diaresis?
Diuresis.
Is on the eye. It gives
It has
us,
a heavy breather, right?
no, it's two on the eye where
Tells
you
you
have
how where you need to emphasize the word, how you need to
Alright.
break it up.
All right, it's
to-
right there on the eye.
yes.
Good. But is this a rough breather? Yes or no?
Yeah, this is
No.
a rough
Yes.
breather.
No,
No.
Yes. No.
No,
This
it's a
is
soft breather.
a smooth breather.
Just smooth.
Oh, no. I was thinking of.
Okay, no problem. So since it's a smooth breather, you're not going to emphasize it as heavy. So it would be a sayas. But what is the point here with the diaresis?
it's a diphthong,
Yes, it's a diphthong.
but it's got now three. It's the vowel that follows yes. Then a diphthong
Okay.
followed by another vowel.
Okay, yes. So the emphasis would be to separate it, right? A sigh, you have a sigh, but since it's got the diaresis, it's got the this a goes back again there. A sigh, yes. You know, because otherwise you can just call it a sigh-us. A sigh us. You can just call it a sigh-us. That's how you could read it. But now, since there's a diaresis, it's a sigh-us. A sigh-us. So that shows it forms, it does double duty. A sigh-us. A sigh-us. So it sounds like a sigh, that's on its own, us. So it shows that the I sounds twice. A sigh, us. A sigh, us. But now you're going to do it smoothly now. A sigh, yes. A sigh, yes. A sigh, yes. It sounds like a sigh, yes. Let's make this a J. A sigh, yes. So just to show that this emphasize the emphasis here is a little heavier. Otherwise, you are going to make a mistake and you will just read it as a sigh us. A sigh us. It's not a sigh us. It's a sigh us. A sigh us. All right, that's the diaresis. The next one was your elision. There's the elision. Elision. With an elision, it's you can hear already the word sounds like something has fallen out. It's almost like deletion. Deleted. This is an elision, right? So you have a word apo, right? And you have a word emu. Now this apo has it's got the soft breather, and it's got the accent, which is the grave accent. And then it's got another word, and the word is emu. Emu. Right. So now with this word, apo emu, you have a problem here. When you read in Greek, the one word ends with a vowel, the other one begins with a vowel. So it's almost like there's a, you know, it's like with most languages, you have consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, and so on. In certain words, you have vowel, vowel. There are those cases, right? But in other cases, there are diphthongs and so on. In this case, you have the E and the O. They are both vowels. So what we then have, it says that when certain prepositions and conjunctions, they end with a vowel, and the next word begins with a vowel, the final vowel of the first word drops out. So this O is going to drop out here. O will drop out, and this is called an elision. So it's marked by an apostrophe, which is placed where the vowel was dropped, which means we are now going to write it as up. The O has dropped out. In place of the O, we put an apostrophe. And then we continue with the word and we write there, emu. So because these two vowels are connected, the one follows the other one, the one will drop out, the first one drops out. And in its place, there will be an apostrophe. But the pronunciation now is not apo emu. It follows here as one word. So you are now going to pronounce it as one word as apemu. Apemu. Just as one. Apemu. All right? Did you catch that one? So it's just a replacement. It's just a replacement. And the replacement is something like shown here by the author here. He says there's a similar, this is similar to the English contraction of cannot. And he says you just have the word can't. So there's an elision here. These two have disappeared. Unfortunately, in this case, it's a consonant and consonant and not vowel and vowel. But it's just trying to show that they've fallen out, and there is your apostrophe, so you pronounce it as can't instead of cannot. So here's apemu, apemu. All right? That's all. Any question on that? This you call an elision. Something had fallen out, but now you got to fix it. You got to cement it, and you fix it up. And instead of apemu, apo emu, you just have the word apemu. But obviously the apostrophe is there to show something had fallen out. Apemu. Is that difficult?
You're trying to process it.
Yes.
All right.
The shock to the system, trying to digest it.
Okay, now, well, if you cannot digest it, take some water with it. So, apemu. You will see some of those words. I'll show you when we read. And
So, Prof,
yes,
now that you dropped the O with the breather,
yes.
so I mean, if we were to put, this is a soft breather that we are using here in Upper Moon.
Yes, correct.
If we were to put a rough breather, it was going to sound,
Then it's Hapemu. Hapemu.
The HA.
Yes,
HA
then
in front.
it would have a
No.
H in front.
up here. I wanted to focus on the all that has been dropped.
Okay.
The all that has been dropped from the fee.
Yes, okay.
Yes. I wanted to focus on it. If it's like it's up air more, because we have got a sub breather in front of the
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So if we were to put a rough breather, it was going to up air more.
Yeah, but you see, we cannot put the rough breather here at the end of the word. The rough breather and the soft breathers, they only come at the beginning.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Yeah,
I must have
just
that
come
one.
at the beginning of the word.
I must have that one.
Good question. All right. And that's the game. Thank you. Can I give you your homework?
Let us see, Prof.
Yeah, that's right.
I want you to go and read John 1 verse 1 in Greek. And you must come practice it when we meet.
Okay.
John 1 verse 1 in Greek.
Yes.
Okay.
Because these letters you know now, you know that's an alpha, you know that's a P, that's an omicron, that's an epsilon, that is a mu, omicron, and an upsilon. So you know that already. So now you can see and try and read the words and see if you can start understanding John 1 verse 1.
Yes.